I'll see your resume. You may be a great candidate. Then I'll find that you were doing this or fighting the police or whatever it was. I'll put that resume on the left into the garbage because I know I can find someone else just as good as you, of which there are tens of thousands of candidates, that didn't participate in this. You are trashing your future.
Could campus protesters be risking future employment simply for taking a stand? Kevin O'Leary seems to think so. Here's more.
It's being shot on 1080p and 4K video and from surveillance cameras with extremely high resolution in low light conditions, including retinal scanning. This is what's happened with AI. So if you're burning down something or taking a flag down or fighting with police, I'm sorry, you're trashing your personal brand. And let me explain how this works. When I'm hiring somebody, and I'm not different than any other corporation, you just heard from the S&P 500 CEOs, we do what's called a deep, dark search. So if you're a candidate in the executive element of a company or any candidate of materiality, you do this. You look at their resume and you say, let's hire a firm. It's about $4,800 per search, and go deep web, go dark web. All of this imagery that you're seeing tonight, all of this unedited film is going to be there in about 2 weeks.
O'Leary is the latest and the most recognizable business figure to say he will not hire anybody who participates in campus protests over the war in Gaza.
Pausing here to deliver some honest truth as we do in our news coverage as well. TYT is facing challenges, guys, as the entire industry is. You know who could make the difference? You. If you hit the join button below, it's gonna make all the difference and keep us in business. We appreciate you, thank you.
There are others who agree with him. Tom McClellan, who operates a financial newsletter with his brother, said, "Attention job seekers, I will not hire any recent graduate of Columbia." And Canadian consultant Warren Kinsella said, "At the firm I founded 18 years ago, and in the war rooms I've run for the past 31 years, I've employed hundreds of young people. I will never again hire one from Columbia." Refusing to hire anyone from an entire school because of some students' participation in protests seems to be at odds with his list of heroes, which includes Malcolm X.
Yeah, what a liar.
So I will say, I want to get to the discussion, but there is, that's not everyone agrees with this. Andrew Dudum, who is the CEO of HIMSS, said moral courage is greater than a college degree. If you're currently protesting against the genocide of the Palestinian people and for your university's divestment from Israel, keep going, it's working. There are plenty of companies and CEOs eager to hire you regardless of university discipline. What do you guys make of all of this?
Yeah, so I appreciate Kevin O'Leary being honest about how nefarious he and other employers are. So apparently they do deep, dark web searches on you guys. That sounds so comforting. And he says, we have enough AI that we can check your retina no matter what mask you're wearing. So it's Big Brother. And if you dare ever do a peace protest, the establishment knows, and they know you're not the kind of soulless, shameless piece of crap that they'd like to hire. And to be fair to Kevin O'Leary, those are the type of people he does want to hire. Hey, care about making money and have no morals at all. If you have a moral core, it could be a giant problem. Guys, if you want to, if it's not super clear already how terrible these human beings are that go around saying, if you ever cared about peace, I hate you so much, I'll never hire you. Imagine if the situation was reversed. There's been pro-Israel protests. Imagine if Kevin O'Leary went on television and said, if you're a Jew who ever went to support Israel in those protests, we have you on record. We know what your face looks like, we know what your eyes look like, and we're gonna make sure you never get a job in this town. I would hope that we would all say, that is the worst thing we've ever heard, and we condemn it, outrageous. He says it about peace protesters supporting Palestinians, everybody's like, no problem. It wasn't controversial at all. We're the only ones talking about it. He says it, everybody's like, yeah, that makes sense. Let's make sure we do cancel culture on anyone who has a moral core.
Yeah, I think the idea that 19-year-olds should never ever get a job ever again because they protest the war is preposterous and ridiculous. And what I would say is this is a scare tactic, honestly. They know that students that go to these elite universities and, even the better public universities are extremely career minded. Like half of the reason these guys killed themselves studying the way that they did to get into these elite universities was so that they could improve their job prospects in the future. That's all you're ever told from your parents, your counselor, yada, yada, yada. It's just intimidation. That's what I see this as.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it one last time. I'm an employer. I would never ever say, oh, if you went to a pro-Israel protest, I'll never hire you. That would be an outrageous thing to say. And remember, the pro-Israel protests, so far, unfortunately, the one in UCLA was more violent than anything else in this entire process. But if I then extrapolated that to anyone who was in favor of Israel at a protest is permanently banned, that would be horrific. They do it regularly to the kids who are in favor of peace, and no one in the establishment bats an eye. It's amazing how discriminatory they are and how much they brag about it. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR, so those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.